Wednesday, folks. Ryan here, drinking a little home brew. Look at this. I got my untapped Teku glass. I never had a Teku glass before. They're kind of fragile, I guess. But yeah, I signed in, checked in the beer on Untapped one night, and they gave me a $5 coupon. So I went and I saw this glass, said I gotta have it. Home brew in here is the Innkeeper recipe from Northern Brewer. It's actually pretty good. It is probably what I would call like an English pale ale. Has those kind of not a lot of citrus or anything. Not any citrus in my opinion. Just kind of a real old-fashioned pale ale to me. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to get through today, so let's get started. I know you've been waiting for the Mr. Beer review. We're going to get to that towards the end, but I got a homebrew delivery today, so let's go see what I got and talk about it a little bit. First things first, I got the world's smallest immersion chiller. Okay, so yes, it technically is an immersion chiller, but it's really more of a pre-chiller, we'll say. So you might be asking, but what's a pre-chiller? Well, first of all, you hook this in line with your normal chiller, and cold water comes through. You'll have this sitting in, say, like an ice bath to cool that water running through these lines even more before sending it to, say, my counterflow chiller. So I have a problem when I try to chill water right now, or not chill water, chill my wort with my counterflow chiller, because my tap water is only about 72 degrees, which is fairly warm, and it's too warm to try to bring 200 degree wort down to even 75. I usually get stuck. I'll have the pump valve slowed as far down as it can go, and it will still be 78 to 80 degrees. So my goal is to be able to set up an ice bath, say, in the sink, or maybe I'll have a little plastic container next to the sink. I haven't decided on that part yet. Well, I'll fill with ice, and I'll dip this in there, and one end here will be plugged into the sink, while the other end will be hooked up to the grandfather chiller. Also, there's supposed to be an adapter in here. It does not appear that they included that. So I may have to contact support unless they were smart and put in the other box. I believe I ordered this as two separate orders, so I don't know. If I did, they may have been smart in where they put things. Alright, so we'll just move that box out of the way. What do we have here? Got a plastic bag of some sort with some Summit hot pellets in it, and probably some Zythos hot pellets. Oh, and you saw this fancy looking sugar here. There's some what appears to be dry malt extract. I'll get to that. Let's just get this open first. So we got, let's see, 1 pound of DME. I need a place to set things. Two pounds of DME. I wonder what I could be using DME for. Oh, there's that adapter I was talking about. This is a faucet adapter, which just says for the jet carboy washer, which must just use the same adapter. So I may have ordered these together after all. For some reason I thought I went back and ordered it separate, which maybe they saw that and said, oh, make sure this gets put in the box. So, all right, so we got that piece. Whole bag of hops and some US-05 yeast. So we have, another bag of hops. I need to get all this in the fridge. So we have an ounce of Summit, 17% alpha acid, an ounce of Zythos, a second ounce of of Summit, a third ounce of Summit, and what I think I'm at 2 or 3 ounces of Zythos. I can't remember. I lost count. I think it's the second ounce of Zythos. This will be for a beer recipe I ordered from them. Grains and everything. Let's see here. We'll talk about that in a second. Looky here. A big bag of grains. Let's see. This is for the Zythos Summit IPA. It's all those hops in that yeast were for, not the DME. So I don't know if they. This just has it's fairly actually large grain bill for anything I've done. 12.25 pounds of 2-row malt Europe. I think that might just be the brand. Half pound of Crystal 10, half pound of Crystal 60, half pound of Munich malt, and a quarter pound of amber malt. And then they have all the hop order here. Looks like 1.5 ounces. Well, 1 ounce of Zythos and half ounce of Summit at 60 minutes. Ounce of Zythos at 15. Ounce of Summit at 5, and ounce of Summit to dry hop. So nothing too complicated there. But what would we say? Let's see, 12 and a half, 13, 14 pounds of grain. I don't think I've ever used 14 pounds of grain. I usually buy smaller beers because I don't want to be really messed up because I like to drink a little longer. But I've never brewed this beer before. I don't think I've ever brewed with Zythos. I think I've brewed with Summit maybe as a bittering hop. I don't know if I've used it in any other stage. So this will be kind of a fun experiment to see how good that is. All right, next. What do I have 2 pounds of DME for? Well, this is the part where I get shamed by the community. And I don't know why I keep trying to do this. Because sometimes it's okay and sometimes it's just bad. But I bought a Cooper's kit. Why, Ryan? Why would you do that? Really, I'm not looking for a fantastic product here, just something that I can drink. This is the Australian Pale Ale. I haven't made this one before, but I just wanted to increase my pipeline. I very rarely ever get 2 beers in my kegerator at this point, because I just don't have enough time to get 2 all grains done at the same time and have them both kegged. Usually by the time 1 beer gets done, I've blown the keg already from the beer before. So I thought maybe if I could just get this brewed up quick, I could have a second keg that just has some beer in it. And if people come over, hopefully I can point them to drinking this, not my good beer. So I'm going to use this with whatever yeast is in the lid, 2 pounds of DME, and I'm probably going to throw this pound of corn sugar that I accidentally got from Northern Brewer. This is totally my fault. I did have a complaint about something else I was going to send in just recently, but I thought, you know what? I ended up getting this for free by accident. My own fault. Still an accident, so I wouldn't even complain about the other problem. So I'm going to say we're probably even now. Well, here's the story. The Innkeeper recipe, actually the one I'm drinking right now, it came with pound corn sugar that you throw into the boil. And it was in the grain bag. I didn't realize it was in the grain bag. So I walk out to the garage, I'm going to mill my grains, and I set the bag down in a cooler. Well, the top of the bag kind of flops over a little bit, and the pound of sugar falls out. So I mill my grains, get back inside, and I'm looking all over for this pound of corn sugar. What happened to the dextrose? Just looking all over. So I shoot them an email, and Northern Brewer support has always been phenomenal. It's fantastic. And I emailed them, said, hey, you didn't include the corn sugar in here. They overnighted me, which for them, well, I don't know what it would cost to overnight here from Minneapolis. Usually once they ship something, it's here 2 days anyway. But they overnighted it from on Friday. It showed up on Saturday. Friday was when I emailed them. But once I had found the sugar, so I found the sugar before I brewed that Friday. Once I realized what had happened, I emailed them right away saying, cancel it. I found it. I'm sorry. I got it. Didn't mean to, panic or anything. And they never responded to that. So I don't know, the support person might not have really cared, but the support people are fantastic. I was taken care of. But I didn't really need to be taken care of, and I did my best to try to stop this order from coming. But it was too late, and I ended up getting this pound of corn sugar I didn't think I would need. So I'm going to use it with this Cooper's kit. Boost the alcohol just a little bit without adding too much more body. So, yeah. So that's the story. Oh, and so then Friday I brewed the 1 gallon black IPA. It's actually over here. It's going quite nicely, except the yeast that came with it didn't work. And I'm not sure if I screwed something up and got it too cold. But I would have thought it would have kind of come back. I don't know. But it was just their little packet of ale yeast. It's Northern Brewer branded. I don't know who actually makes it. It's probably just US-05. Or I think Brian 97 is the other dry yeast company that uses that strain. It was just an American ale yeast. And pitched it. Didn't really see anything going on in the fermenter. Next day, wake up, come look. There's not a bubble at all on the top of this wort. And I didn't have any US-05 to replace it with, so I had to use Nottingham. It's all I had as an emergency, because when I went to the brew store about a month ago to get some emergency yeast because I didn't have anything, they didn't have US-05 either. So I think I got like an SO4 in Nottingham. So Nottingham went in there because that's all I had left. I used the SO4 with something. That might have been Gimme Some O, which I brewed that a few weeks ago too, which is a phenomenal beer. Love that beer. So anyway, I thought about complaining to Northern Brewer, but with the whole sugar thing, it's like, you know what? We're experimenting a little bit with the black IPA. We'll let it go. And, they hooked me up that last time, which they did not have to at all. But I am grateful for that sort of support from a home brew supplier. So, cheers to Northern Brewer. Thank you guys. All right. Well, this is part of the show where I'm going to end up double fisting it. And I think I may end up turning the lights on because it's probably getting a little dark to be seeing me in here. I don't know. I'll check the camera as I go by. But I do have a clean glass here, a muffin top glass. This is Cosmic Eye Brew. I've never actually had any Cosmic Eye beer. I just wanted one of these glasses, and it presented itself, so I bought one. So I'm going to go get that beer. I'll be right back. It's right behind you guys. I am nervous. I'm very nervous to try this. For those of you who didn't watch the brewing video for this, this is the ThunderBay IPA 1 gallon kit from Mr. Beer. They don't make these anymore. I got the whole fermenter. The fermenter's in use right now, actually. Mr. Beer's normal fermenters are 2 gallons. And 2 years ago, Christmas time, I'm assuming they released this glass fermenter. I actually have seen this before in the store and almost bought it, but it had like a lager in the box that I saw. For a pre-hop kit, it's kind of weird because it actually did include other hops and steeping grains, so it was kind of a cool kit. And I believe I might have even used, I can't remember if I used their yeast or if I just assumed it would be bad and used US-05. So I may have diverted a little bit on there. I think the yeast might have, maybe the yeast wasn't expired. I don't remember. Anyway, So we are going to try it. 2-year-old hops that probably sat in a warehouse somewhere. I do not have high hopes for this. See, it's the bottle is not really pinching it at all, so it is well carbonated. I'm hoping it doesn't just foam all over the place. But let's just crack her open. Two-year-old hops, probably not going to end up well. I probably would have been better not to include those hops, and I believe they were Centennial, which I know from previous experience do not stand up well to time. It smells all right. But I did just refrigerate this today. I got like 5 bottles or something. It was very difficult to bottle because the hops kept getting stuck in the spigot. Let's see, that's a fairly clear beer. Let me turn the light on. I don't know if you can really see me all that well. Oh, it might be all right. There we go. So, I don't know about that smell, actually. It's kind of... Anyway, it's fairly clear beer. It's a little foggy, but I can see my fingers through the glass. Got a little chill haze on there. Not overly carbonated. Didn't really get much head on it, but I probably could have poured a little more vigorous. So, let's see. Ugh. Oh. Oh. That's bitter. It's very, very bitter. Then you get kind of a vegetable bitterness on the end there too. This is all around bitter. This is old hops written, way old hops written all over it. I know someone who, and I'm not going to call him out, so if he sees this video, know that I'm not making fun of him. He got into brewing. He brewed the Dead Ringer from Northern Brewer, which is Two Hearted Ale clone, Bell's Two Hearted Ale. And I think he had those hops in secondary for like 6 months or something. This beer tastes exactly the same, so it didn't even matter what the malt base was on it or anything. Those hops got in there and just probably just demolished this beer. It's just not good. Don't brew with old hops, or at least make sure they're frozen. Ugh. 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 Oh. All right, folks. I'm not gonna finish that. That is the worst beer I've. That is probably the worst beer next to it. Probably right in, right in line with that other beer. I think that's a piece of hop there too. Ugh. It's almost like drinking metal too. Right, that Dead Ringer. It's like right in they're like brother and sister, I would say. Now, for the record, the Dead Ringer kit is a fantastic kit if you do it within the reasonable time. Oh, that's way better. Oh, I still taste it though. All right, so we'll catch you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. I will have a brew video out about the black IPA because I just thought that was a fun kit. It was the first time I ever did a 1 gallon extract kit, so that'll be coming. Actually, I guess technically it wasn't. I guess the Thunder IPA was the first 1 gallon kit. This will be the first Northern Brewer with a kit I've done that was not pre-hopped as well. So I'll have a video out for that probably, hopefully later this week. So we'll catch you next time.